What's up, YouTube? What is going on? Hold on. Fixing. What the? What is it? One moment. Just gotta fix the. I forgot to fix the stuff here. That is my bad. There we go. I think it's fixed officially. Hopefully. There we go. Fixed. It's my bad. Forgot to fix the title and the link. There we go. Alright, cool. Fixed. I forgot to put that in. Nah, it's my fault. Alright, going live on WAP.com right now. What is up, everybody? What's going on? Hope everybody's doing well today. What is good in your hood? We're back with another live stream today on this Wednesday, April 15th of 2026. I'm back, you're back, we're back with another live stream. This is Vortex. We are here live on WAP.com at Top Sports Debate and live over on my YouTube channel at Bet at Your Own Risk. If you're over on YouTube, be sure to join us over at the Hall of Fame to simply cash with us over there. We do have a free section of our WAP, but you know, it is better that you join us with the link that I posted in the comment section. But we're back with a quick stream. Gonna try to do this in a half hour. I was supposed to do something as soon as I got home, but it got shifted up to 5 p.m. So yeah, once 5 o'clock hits, I gotta, well, just before 5 o'clock, I gotta run. Gotta do something for about an hour. But I will say for sure, I've cashed on one of my main picks, and that was Burleson for 3 HRR. It was a plus 160. He got 4. And it looks like St. Louis just won. They just beat the Cardinals 5-3. He finished with 2 hits and 2 RBIs. I thought about taking him for 4 as well, but I decided to go with the 3. Also, too, just a quick mention. I literally was looking at Brooks Lee for 3 HRR. I did not take him. He was green here. I should have taken him for the 3. I did not do it. For him to get 3 was a plus 230. I didn't take it. It's my bad, my miss. Everything I own up to this. So this is his 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now 6th game where he's had 3 HRR. Just in general, just base in the last several games. So yeah, I missed it. It is what it is. But at the same time, the Twins are losing 9-5 against the Boston Red Sox. I did have on there on that one slip that I posted in the WAP in the Discord for Abreu, but he is not playing today. So unless he comes in pinch hits, which I hope he does. Actually, no, the game's over. So they hopefully will void that spot for him. So I'll just accept it for what it is. But needless to say, I got a win so far, and the hope is that hopefully we can get more single bet wins, and hopefully we can still get a parlay or 2 in a win as well. That's the hope. But with that, enough of my rambling. Let's try to find some extra picks here. I did have Walker down for 2 HRR. I don't think he got it. Let me just double check, because that one slip I had him on there for 2. He actually, no, hold on, apologies. This is the wrong game. Walker got 1. So missed opportunity for him to get 2 HRR. He finished with 1 hit. That's all that he got. Did he get he got 2 total bases though. So if I would take him to 2 total bases, he would have cashed. So there's that. And then I have these other 3 that I parlayed on a slip along with somebody else. So we'll see what happens. So the Pirates, here's the thing about this game. Pirates are coming off of the loss because they switched pitchers yesterday. The Nationals did. Once they did that, that's when it shifted in their favor, and it did work out. My Buccos lost yesterday, but Brandon still went yard. He hit a home run. So the question becomes, because he's technically in a spot to potentially to go his fourth straight game of going yard. He has a home run against Jake Irving. He hits righties really, really well. Jake Irvin's struggling a little bit against lefties. And, as you see here, Brandon is hitting the pitch mix. But Jake is handling the business with his pitch mix. So the question becomes, what's going to happen in this game? Because Brandon, once again, back-to-back days where he's green to potentially do some stuff. And his OPS is much better. So 973. Remember what I talk about. The OPS has to be 800 or higher. It could technically still be 700, but if you're going to take anybody for like a prop, if it's 700, if it's under the 8, take them for like 2 HRR. But I usually say, look, if it's 800 or higher, take them for the 2, but then you bump them up to 3 because the batter is doing so well. Because the OPS means and the ISO means that they're pushing the ball out into the field and potentially out into the park, out into the stands. So, and he's batting in his favorite spot in the second spot. So he has 2 home runs against a right-handed pitcher on the 12th. He had a single two nights ago. So the question becomes, is he going to potentially get another home run? Maybe 3 to 4, 3 or 5, whatever, higher than 3 HRR tonight? That's the question at hand that you have to ask yourself for Brandon. I really like O'Hearn here in this spot. He's positive against Jake. I took him for 2 HRR on that slip. But again, the slip is, I think it's done. Well, no. This is the 5 leg that I put in for just this game. So he hits righties. And Jake, again, sort of kind of struggles against lefties. He's the only pitches that he's actually meeting the mark is the 4-seam, the changeup, and the sinker. I personally still feel like O'Hearn can get 2 to 3 HRR tonight. He's green in the month. He's green on Wednesdays. Not super green, but he's still green. Bats well against righties. He's just green with his slugging. Just shy of being green. He's 253 with his batting average. He has 9 home runs in the spot. That's the most in the batting order. So this is where he bats the most. I still kind of feel like he can get definitely 2, but I still feel like he can get 3 HRR, just being honest. So the hope is that he does get 3 today. And O'Neal Cruz is also in the spot to potentially go yard, potentially get multiple HRR. He does have a double against a 2-bagger against Jake. He too is hitting against righties. He's hitting the curveball, the cutter, which is a positive for you if you're looking towards him. It's just that his data more coincides with last season. But as you see here, his slugging was great, right? So, and his bat speed and stuff, he's connecting and stuff like that, and with the with the exit velocity and stuff. So he's still having a positive side of his spot when it's pertaining to him at the plate. So you could still potentially put and take Cruz for 2 to 3 HR, maybe even take him for a home run. So, and Reynolds is still green. I just don't know if he's gonna get 3 HR. They got him at 3. He's hitting the 4-seam and the changeup and the sinker as well. He hits at night at home. He just struggled on Wednesdays. Struggles against righties. But he bats really well in the 3rd spot. So that's literally his best spot outside of the 4th. But that's just the one time. So I would personally feel like you could potentially have my Buccos scoring 4 or 5 runs in this game. Still, the Nationals scoring so many runs. Maybe you do still take James Wood because he didn't go yesterday. He didn't get any HRR because I did mention that yesterday. CJ swapped with him and Wood don't do anything, and that's what CJ did. He went yard for the second straight game, got multiple HRR. So tonight maybe the night, because that's, if you're really paying attention to the Nationals, James Wood and CJ Abrams, they're going back and forth. They're really not producing at the same time over the course of the last like 2 or 3 games. They're going back. Like one is producing, the other one isn't. Then the next game, the other one's produced. So kind of feel like James Wood is going to potentially produce maybe a home run, maybe 3 or higher HRR. Let me fix that because we just had some lineup stuff happen here. So with this game, kind of feel like the over can still hit the 10. Kind of feel like my Buccos can score 5 runs. Nationals can still score 5 runs. Kind of feel like it'll still be a high scoring game today. So if I were you, potential Brandon Lowe for a home run, maybe O'Neal Cruz, maybe Reynolds, you just never know. James Wood for a home run. Potentially still look to Joey's way. Weimer here, he might produce for the team. He's gone 3 straight where he didn't do anything, so he's 0-2 against us currently on the year. He's hitting lefties though. He loves hitting lefties. It's just that, and then Weimer struggles against righties on the season. He's just hitting the 4-seam and the sinker. I'm just not sure if he's going to actually wake up. His stuff per his splits, his best spot is tonight. So again, he could potentially, wake up and hit a home run. Could potentially, and I want to say that's on the, well, actually, no, it's not on the season, but just in the month, because he did twice last month. So he could potentially finally wake up and hit a home run tonight. But I would look more towards his HRR. Potentially take him for 2 at least. If you feel like you can get 3, take it. But it's just depending on what he specifically is going to do tonight, when and if his team gets on the base and stuff like that. If they can hit Mason's pitches. So we'll see. So ultimately, like I said, I already have O'Hearn. So what I would do is, like I said, the most one that the one prop that I like the most is James for 2 or higher HRR, potentially 3 out of this entire game. And if you feel like either team can score 5 runs at plus value, take it. Probably the Nationals may have the better value for plus one, but I don't know, 120, 130 type of thing, 115. While my Buccos may have a plus 105 or something like that for 5 total base. But this is over on FanDuel. I don't know anybody anywhere else. So there's that game. Philly, Chicago. This one I'm not too sure, because Philly may not do anything because they struggle against lefties. And Chicago, they just been struggling in general. But you do have Nico, Amaya, and Suzuki potentially doing something today because they're facing off against a lefty. He's struggling against left-handed batters a little bit right on the year because of the hard hit. And there's that 4.44. So if anything, maybe you look to Michael Busch, who just hasn't done anything on the season. Maybe he goes back-to-back with 2 HRR or higher. He is 1-0 against Philly currently on the year. So again, maybe, potentially, because again, he's a lefty. Depends on what you might get out of him tonight. This is his stuff from last year. He sort of produced on Wednesdays. He struggled against lefties, but he bats well in the 5th spot. So it's really your choice. I would say the safe bet would be the HRR for 2 and just keep it there. He could potentially get 3 again like he did last night. So it's up to y'all. Whatever y'all feel y'all want to do with Michael Busch if you decide to take him. Amaya, I hate it. I really do, because it's like you want to take them. I always want to take batters for 2. I never really want to take batters for 1 HRR, because then I feel like I got to put like 6 batters on one slip to get something positive in return, and 5 of them get it and 1 of them don't. It's like, really don't like it. He's averaging 2 against them, but that's per the full matchup. and he's technically 2-0 against him on getting 1 HRR. He is green. He just sucks on Wednesdays. He sucks in the 7th spot. That's his worst spot. I don't know. He did have a double on the 3rd against Joey. That's all he did versus a lefty. So I don't know. And that's the thing. He hit a changeup, didn't he? Right? So he hit a changeup. Joey is throwing that 23% of the time. So maybe he'll see the changeup. Like, oh, there it is. Boom. And get 2. So I don't know. And then Suzuki, back-to-back 2, just fine. Okay, so he's pitching the sweeper well, but he's hitting the sweeper well, but he's only seen it 4 times. He loves hitting them in April, but this year he hasn't been really producing that much in the month. He's 2 and 3 in the month. So I don't really know if you want to take Suzuki or not. What's going on, D Mackey over on YouTube? How you? Hope you're doing well today. So this is what I'm saying. I kind of feel like this game could go under the 9, just being honest. So I don't really see anything here for the Philly game. Tigers or Royals. Royals have not been producing. Tigers have started to wake up a little bit, starting to score more than 4 runs. A little bit, just a little bit. Kevin McConnell did not do anything that I needed him to do yesterday. 3 straight games where he hasn't done anything. 1 game out of the last 5 where he did anything. Apologies. 2 and 3 in the last 5, but he's 6 and 4 in the last 10. But again, he's sort of kind of producing, sort of not. Maybe you take Kevin today. He's hitting the pitch mix. Seth is struggling to throw the 4-seam and the curveball. So maybe you do take Kevin today because he at least gets 3 in the last 5. He's averaging 2. Maybe you take the chance. Literally, Burleson was a plus 160 for the Cardinals at cash. He finished with 4. So you could potentially take this for the 3. Maybe you do take him for 3. He just doesn't have any data. That's the only thing, because this is what it was looking like earlier. You can't really see what his splits are. Probably due to the fact that he's a rookie, but just over here, home run, single, double, single. So he is producing for the most part more recently. So if anything, you see him hitting singles a lot more recently. So 50-50, 2 and 3, but he did have back-to-back here. His single was a minus 110, so maybe you do take him for a single at least. I would say take him for the single. Oh yeah, by the way, Vlad Guerrero Jr. did get that single last night that I talked about. If you took everything from last night's picks, it was 13 picks in total, you would be up a profit, went 7 and 5 or 7 and 6, something like that. In total, if you single bet everything. So yeah, McConnell looks good. And Cole Keith, potential. He's green, because I looked at this earlier, because I'm thinking about taking him tonight. Look how green he is against the pitch mix. He's hitting versus righties. And he loves hitting on the month. And he's hitting good in the 3rd spot. So I feel like he can get the 2. But I kind of feel like he can get 3 tonight. Out of all the hits against Seth, per this positive stuff, he's been walked twice, but he's had 3 singles and 1 home run. So again, he's producing for the squad. So I would say potentially take him for both the 2 and the 3, but single bet both. I'm going to queue him up for... Probably just going to take him for the 3. Well, you know what? I might just keep it safe and just do the 2. Because either way, he might wake up and get 4, 5, you know. Potential, but Let me see. In the month, he's had 3 games where he got 3, but most of the time he's getting 2 because he's averaging 1.8. Let's see. I think that's everybody. Because I still don't trust your boy. He did not come through for me. I took him. I broke my rule, and he didn't come through. I need him for 2 HRR. He sucks against righties. So if y'all want to take Riley, take him. He might actually produce. Javier, let me see. Oh, he's green against your boy, so maybe I'll take him for 2 as well. What's this 2? Plus 115 for 2? Maybe. Maybe I do. He struggled in an A spot, but he's just been producing, just in general. Maybe you take him for 3. It's a plus 230. Because when he's mostly getting 3 HRR. Let me queue him up too, because I might just parlay him and what you call it together. Carter. You hit righties, but he does well against either batter. I'm trying to hurry up because I got about 14 minutes left before I gotta go. He hits great on Wednesday. But that's only because he has 2 hits. And both those hits were a run and 2 RBIs. And he walked twice. That's not too much of data that you can really go by. But he hits really great against righties. A lot of RBIs. So maybe you take him for RBI. Back-to-back RBIs. What is RBI tonight? Plus 210. So because it's so high, he might not get the RBI. Again, might not. That's probably why. Because he doesn't have 3 straight RBI days at all in the season. That's probably why he might not get the RBI. So it's like a 50-50 chance that he'll get it. So he really hasn't been producing the HRR though, outside of just getting 3 just in general, just on base value. If you feel like he'll get 3 because that's what he produces, take him for the 3s, plus 225. It's really what y'all see per the data on the screen here. 2 home runs against righties on the year. 2, apologies. 2 home runs, and that's it, versus righties. Okay, that's why he's so green here. Just that what you call it is that. Maybe. Potential. Because I'm just running through the data, and whatever I see, because like I said, I gotta get ready to go soon. I did take Sal for... because again, Abreu didn't play on that 2-leg parlay that I have him and Sal on, so I'm just going to be relying on Sal to potentially go out here and maybe get a home run, because I have him down for 3 HRR. Really like him for 3. Like him to go 3 straight games here to get 3 HRR tonight. He bats really great against righties. Technically his best bet is lefties. Plus Tyler struggles against righties on the season. He's hitting the 4-seam and the cutter. So hopefully he won't see a splitter and strike out. He bats well at night. Struggles on the day, but I want to say this is more so from last year. Could be wrong. Could be this year. And he bats bad in the 4 spot. So technically I'm taking a chance on him getting 3, because I just kind of feel like he can still do it. So we'll see. But that's pretty much why I took Sal for the 3, just on some gambling stuff. I was just like, you know what, I'm just taking him. I haven't looked at Stevenson at all. Remember, he went on a tear a little bit at the beginning of the season last year, but he only has, on the year, 2 games. Both times he had 3 HRR. It's a plus 130 for him to get 2. He's hitting righties. 50% rain in Detroit. Okay. Maybe you take the under in the game. Maybe. Oh, he's 0-17 in the 8 spot. Ugh. I don't like to see that. Ella, I did look at him earlier. He might potentially get 3 HRR today. Might. It's just that he struggles hitting the 4-seam and the splitter. Could potentially get 2 HRR. Potentially get nothing today. So it's up to you if you want to take Ellie for, because I don't know if I don't really honestly can't see him going yard. But again, it's sports. You just never know. You really, really never know. On the year, he hasn't hit a home run as far as I can tell. Nope, he hasn't hit a home run yet against righties. So he has a double, two doubles, and a single. That's it. That's all he has against righties. So he could potentially have a back-to-back where he doesn't do anything too. So because he's facing off against the hand that is his current kryptonite on the season. So do this every match what you will. Willie or Wally, I'll just say Adamas. I don't know if he'll actually do anything because he struggles against the sinker, the slider. His best split is batting first, but it's only due to the fact because he hit a home run here. But it goes 3-3-3. So, but he has a single and a double, two doubles, two singles. So yeah, two singles and two doubles against right-handed pitchers currently on the year. I just find it funny that they sometimes on Prop Finder they bump them up to 3 instead of the 2, because you could technically just take him for 2 and parlay that with something else. So I'm just not sure if he'll actually produce anything today. Let me look at Matt, because Matt, I needed him. Was it yesterday? He didn't come through. 3 straight games he didn't do anything. He's hitting the sinker. He's hitting the four seam. He technically loves hitting the sinker this year. 1 home run. So more than likely like multiple singles, maybe some doubles type of stuff. Yeah. He does have 1 home run, a lot of singles on the season. So maybe you take him for a single. It's probably the best bet. 70% hit rate. It's a plus 100 even on BetMGM. I'm probably going to take that as a straight bet. That's what I like the most out of his stuff. He does love hitting on a Wednesday, though, and in the 5th spot. So maybe he gets 2 singles. It's plus 591. I feel like he can get 2. He did get 2 twice here. I don't know. Maybe I take him for 1 on the BetMGM and then bump him up to 2 over on DraftKings. I might just do that. Just see if he does it. He just might. Let me see Casey Schmidt. 50%. Okay. He struggles. His best spot is versus righties and in the 3rd spot. So two singles, 1 home run, 1 RBI, and he got walked once in this spot. Another batter for potential single, maybe. Like I said, I'm kind of rushing because my time is starting to. I tried to get on here a little bit quicker, but once you get home, you gotta kind of like do a few things before you do what you want to do, whether it's a hobby or not. So I would just say for sure the only one I really like out of everybody. Oh yeah, Steer came through for me last night. If you remember when I talked about on the stream when I said I wanted him for 2 HRR, and I remember I said I was probably going to potentially bump him up to 3, and I didn't, but he got 3, so I missed out on an opportunity. He may not do anything tonight because he struggles against right-handed pitchers. So, but I'm glad that he came through last night. Brandon Lyle's brother Josh has not been producing. He did have 2 HRR last night. He's positive against Luis. He is just struggling in general. He does hit the 4 seam on the year. Because I would love to put, I would love to put him and Brandon on a slip for like 4 HRRs one day, maybe 4 total bases one day. I really want to do that. But it just depends on the matchup. His side versus the pitcher. Ben Rice he's like the greenest player out of the entire game. So Ben Rice, who bats really well against the right-handed pitcher, but is facing off against Jack, who's pitching really well against both lefty and righties. this is a 50-50 spot, potential for Ben to go yard, Ben to get 3 or higher HRR. It's plus 120 for him just to get 3. And if you're a believer in trends, like I keep saying, I'm not. But if you're a believer in trends, he potentially could still get it, right? Even if it's just 2. Even if you took him for 2, potentially. Look, he got 2 here, didn't get it. Got 2 here, didn't. Didn't got 2. He got it back to back. So then he didn't get it here. So potential for him to still get 2 HRR. He hits well at night. He struggles on Wednesdays, but he hits righties. And he's 50-50 batting in the second spot. But the positive side is he's 1 hit away from his 10th double in this spot. He, in more recent days, have gotten 2 doubles. So April has been fairly kind to this young man, a little bit. What is his double for tonight? Plus 390 for a double. I might take that. It's a plus 390. I'm not sure about who said Jazz. I'm not sure about that for him because D-Mac is talking about Jazz fantasy. I'm not sure. I don't have that type of sports book. He's struggling just in general. Safe spot would be a 2 HRR at minimum. He struggles on Wednesdays. But he bats really great in the 6th spot. So it's really up to y'all if y'all want to take Jazz. I really don't see it, but you never know. I do have Cody Bellinger on that one slip that I put out, but actually I think the slip is done. It's donezo. Because sorry, give me 1 second. Clearing my emails here. I don't know if he's gonna actually do something tonight. Now, well, apologies. I'm thinking about Jazz, but Cody technically is in the spot to potentially get 2 HR or higher tonight. He's like green, like super green on the day. He's just 50-50 batting in the 4th, and he has a few games versus righties more recent with singles. So maybe you take him for a single today. That's why I keep saying like y'all know I love taking HRRs, but I know that y'all love taking home runs. But I'm always like, dog, like you got singles over here. Like even if it's a minus 110, you could potentially still put your $25 on this and you go out there and get it. But if he gets 2 like he did on the 11th and you missed out on this plus 519, where his home run is a plus 420. Say he doesn't get the 420, but he goes out here and gets 5 HRR and you miss out on this plus 401. Yes, it's a little less than that home run, but he still went out there and got 5 like he did here on the 4th. So that's what I'm saying. Like you got multiple ways to win, not just one specific spot to win. And I always try to tell y'all to, play your straights too. Like rely on your build your bankrolls off of your single bets more than anything. Parlays are for, more so for play for fun. But the serious side is your single bets. I don't know if Aaron's going to go yard because that's all that you're really looking Aaron to do anyway. The powerhouse of the team. You're really hoping for him to go out there and hit home runs at every single at bat. I don't know if he's going to go yard today. And that's the thing. Jack might shut down this Yankee squad because the Yankees did lose last night, if I remember correctly. Just double check and make sure. Yeah, they only scored 1 run yesterday, right? So maybe they bounce back tonight. Maybe they score under 5 runs plus value. So do with all this information what you will. And then Stanton, he is green, but still I don't really fully trust. It goes my alarm because I gotta go. I don't really fully trust him, really. But who knows? For real. because all of this could be Paul Skeens stuff, right? And he remember in his first game he pitched, he allowed like I think like 3 or 4 runs, something like that, a couple home runs. Jack could potentially still allow the Yankees to score so many runs against him tonight. So you never want to fully just like be like, oh, okay, the Yankees are just gonna not do anything. Like there's potential for them to do way more than normal tonight, or just normalcy, and that is score 4 to 6 runs tonight, win the game, stop the Angels from scoring because they scored so many runs last night. So yeah, it just depends on the situation. But that's that, and I'll just say for the Atlanta game, Marlins. I got the Marlins. This is one of my main picks. I got the Marlins to score 5 runs. Kind of believe that they can because they've been hitting better. I will say Norby is a look for 2 HRR, maybe higher. Drake Baldwin still is a look. He did have 5 HRR tonight. Still potential for him to get 2 to 4 tonight. Albus is still a look. Dubon, he is a part of the I do have him to get 2 HR, excuse me. I just gotta post this in the WAP. So, but I do like him for 2. I technically like him for 3, but I just kept him at 2 with him and Mike Trout because I got Trout for 3 HR. So those are like my favorites. Whenever you see my thumbnail and you see the batters on the screen, those are like my 2 favorites that I'm more than likely parlayed together, and of course single bet them more than likely for 3 HRR. I'll just say that for sure. So, and then of course Edwards, who I think he did not have any HRR last night. He had 6 the night before, so he's potentially could still get some stuff. He's positive. He's hitting the slider and the 4-seam. Remember, his batting average is what's positive. It's everything else is the other side. So, but with that, I gotta go. Thanks for coming through. Appreciate it. Thanks for those watching over on YouTube. Thanks for you watching over on WAP. Anything else that I see here, whatever I have here, I will post another. I'll post another parlay in an hour. So plenty of time, just enough time before these next games starts. But I'm out. Y'all stay safe. Take care of yourselves, your family, friends, and loved ones. Be kind to one another. And I will hopefully talk to you all tomorrow. But with that, I'll holler at y'all later, guys. Peace. settings quick.
Too late.